What is up? I had to start with that video to just show a little bit about my journey, like how I tinted my hair into this color. I mean, it was really a bold move, and I've been thinking of it for a very long time, but because of circumstances and etc, I could not do it. And then I finally got the chance. I'm like, girl, I am grabbing this opportunity. So I did grab the opportunity, and look at your girl. Yes, I have done it. And okay, this is just an example of hair, but I want to encourage you to be as unapologetic as I have been in this particular case, to go after what I really wanted for a long time. It's quite unfortunate that if you ask people for their opinions before you actually do something, they're going to tell you that, no, friend, I think you should wait, this won't suit you, and things like that. But just do it. Like, the world will adjust. Namandla's mantra says, be you, the world will adjust. That's exactly the same thing that I'm telling you today. Be you and the world will adjust. Because, well, even if people don't like my hairstyle, but because I love it, I like it, and I'm going to walk confidently in it, they will have to adjust. They'll have to begin to like it even if they don't. So that's how we should just do life. I remember earlier last year, like end of last year into this year, I cut my hair like bald head, like bald. I really wanted just a fresh start. Not that there's an emotional attachment to it. I just wanted to start afresh in terms of my hair. And people came through with very nasty comments. This one guy who I wasn't dating comes through and says, Consolata, you know what, this is a total turn off. People are like, no, I wouldn't allow my wife to do that. No, you know, I just had to accept you, because that's, like, honestly speaking, I think it's very best that even we as individuals keep our negative opinions to ourselves. I mean, honestly speaking, I felt confident. I felt like that was everything. But simply because somebody that I loved, or people that I loved, had so much negativity to say about it, I felt like, okay, this is not such a good hairstyle. But tell you what, there's this feeling that comes with conquering the fear of what people will say. People always have something to say, and that is a fact. People, whether you do good, whether you do bad, people are going to talk. So choose what you want instead. What are you saying to yourself? What is the self-talk that you're saying to yourself? It's very important to realize what you are saying to yourself. It's very important. Self-talk is of paramount importance in our journey in God, in our journey in life, in our journey in desiring success, desiring to draw closer to God. Everything about us depends on how we talk to ourselves. Maybe one question for you today is, if you spoke to your best friend the way you speak to yourself, would you still be friends? Are you always nasty to yourself, telling yourself you're not enough, you cannot do this, you are so scared, you feel like, you know, your voice doesn't matter, and you just look down upon yourself? Would your best friend on this very day still be friends with you? Would you have any friend at all? Just think about that, ponder on that, and really think, what are you doing? How are you speaking to yourself? And remember, it's not really just about speaking to yourself, but reminding yourself and telling yourself what God says about you, because that definition sits above every other definition. That is how you define yourself. That is who you tell yourself you are on a daily basis. You remind yourself that God says, I am the apple of his eye. I am loved, and he knows the number of hairs on my head. I am forgiven. I am loved. I am seated in heavenly places with Christ Jesus, and I'm a co-heir to Christ Jesus. I mean, isn't that everything? Just ponder on that and be unapologetic. Do what you want to do. Don't care what the next person is going to say. Like I said, they're always going to talk. They're always going to have their opinion. But who cares? Who cares about somebody else's opinion? If you know what you're doing, if God has placed a vision on your heart, if God has placed something on your heart and your mind, go after it. Do not be afraid. Let no one, nothing, not even yourself, stop you. Don't let the enemy tell you you cannot do it, because with God and in God, all things are possible, as long as they are from the heart of God, because eventually his plan and his purpose prevail. So it's important that you hear God and then you go after your dreams unapologetically. Yes, dear black child, be unapologetic about going after the things that matter to you, about going after your purpose, which may not pay now, but you know that God has placed it in your heart. do all that it takes to be the success, to be the phenomenal man and woman that you want to become. I love you so much. It is my prayer that God gives you that strength, that courage, that faith to take on problems as they come and be as unapologetic as I have been in this particular video. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you learn something from this and you go after what is on your heart. You go after the plans and purposes of God for your life. I love you so much. Until the next video. Bye.